Hi guys, Simon here at Kairos Capital Markets. Today I'm doing a little thing on Bitcoin to give you some other supporting evidence to why I think it's bearish for the moment and why I think it could drop down to say between $6,500 to $8,500 a coin. So in November 2017, as I highlighted here, Bitcoin futures were started to be able to be traded on the markets. Okay. And the next thing is here, if you read here, 2 articles down, this is page 1 by the way, retail investors are bullish on Bitcoin futures. So it tells me dumb money is long Bitcoin already, and the smart traders are able to actually short the market. So what effectively that means in plain English is this, is the reason why Bitcoin kept going up was because you could never sell it. Surprisingly, I know you could exchange it for something else, but eventually, in all fairness, you would never really be able to actually short the market as such, as a trader or as an institutional investor. So you could buy it at value and just then exchange it into something else, exchange it to something else, exchange it for a bit of money maybe. You can buy gold or Bitcoin, bits and bobs like that, and you can get out of it. But effectively, you could never actually short the market. Like you could like sell shares, or you can sell gold, or whatever you think. So that creates a bubble, that does. And what I'm going to do now is show you the daily chart now. So in this period here, this is the November period here, so this period in here around that area there is the when you could start shorting it with the market, the futures market. Now this setup here is bearish. Okay, it's hugely bearish. Let me explain why. So I'm going to move my chart to there. At this point, at $19,000 an ounce, if you look at my other video as well, I did start selling at $19,000. I explained why as well, but that's when I started shorting it and able to short it. Here, there is no actual bear trend at all put in place. What you did have, though, I want it clear enough, was a higher high all the time, higher low, higher low, higher high, and you expect another higher low there. But what's happened is it closed down there. It did test the daily 50 EMA, don't get me wrong, as it did there, and a lot of people said to me I was crazy for saying it's going to go down, yada yada yada. And what's happened is it popped up, then come down again. The first time it closed below the daily 50 EMA since $4,000 a coin, it popped back up again. That's the right shoulder. What's this here, guys? Higher high, higher low. Ah, that's a lower high. That's a sign of a trend change, that is, guys. And then we now started breaking down. We have. So my analysis is this, in all fairness. This market will drop out the sky if it closes anywhere around today about 12,500. Okay, the reason why, it's the 4-hour chart here. So this 4-hour chart, you can see there is a trend change here. It's struggling to make higher highs here, and yet falling quite rapidly to the same base level of 13,000. So 13,000 is your key line in the sand. It's your last resort. It's the last bit that can say, you know what, I can stay above this. So I'm going to put another line in here. I'll just move this blue one. If we get a close below this line here, that's 12,500, it's going. Okay, now I've got 8,300 on the chart. I'll explain why I've got that as well, and I haven't put in 6.3, but 6.3 will be a zone as well. So this zone here is where I think it will go to next. There's nothing here to stop price whatsoever, and I'll show you that with volume. Okay, so let me just put the volume stuff on. Give me 1 second. Sorry guys. Here we are. So what I want you to notice is it's half the stuff and you don't actually need. Hold on. Let's take that out, that out, that out. We only want what's on the right hand side. Now what I want you to notice is this. I'll enjoy some high volume areas, okay? That's all high volume, because if you look on the right hand side of the screen just here, you can see the volume is quite high. I'm now going to show you a low volume area. That's all low volume. There's nothing there at all. Okay, guys? There's no volume there at all. Look on the right-hand side. There's nothing here. Then volume picks up again quite rapidly. So, for price to do this, it will fall from 12.5 down to 8,300. I'm quite certain of that. So when it does break down here, it will fall down massively. And the reason why is because this is the first bearish pattern on Bitcoin. And this pattern has a 70% chance of winning. And also the fundamentals is that China started regulating Bitcoin a bit more. So there's not so much demand that area of the world. Secondly, the cost of transactions make it very difficult as a form of money to spend money with it, which people have not taken into consideration. It's not the greatest way to invest long term, because obviously it's so volatile. I mean, in the space of, let's just give an example. In the space of, say, from the 6th of January to the 11th of January, 5 days, we've gone from 17,000 to 13,000. I say 14. I'm gonna be kind on this. It's gone like from 17 to 14 in a space of, well, let's put it this way, space of 2 days. How can you afford to lose 15% of your investment in 2 days? It's not sustainable. And likewise, you can't take that gain as well. So you have to understand the fundamentals behind this. And smart money is pushing this down now. Okay? This is why it's like it is. Retail money comes in, what we call dumb money. Smart money just goes, thank you very much, I can short at a better value. Like I said in my other video, I explained to you why I started shorting at 19,000. Okay, guys? So I started shorting at this level here, and I've proven that as well with texts I sent people what I would do, blah blah blah. I started shorting here. Okay, now my next level really of interest is if we break down this, where this blue line is now, I'll add to my short positions bit by bit. I'm quite happy to, and I will look to buy around this area here and see what the market does, or this zone here. So this is my buy zone here. That's what I'm looking at. I want to see some decent price structure, and I'll look to buy again, and then when it goes back up, I convert that to something else as well. Another thing which is quite funny, I have actually bought gold to get rid of my Bitcoin. The best way I did it, I bought gold bars. I did with mine, and for me personally, I'd rather have someone else have that than anything else. That's the best way to short it, by get something tangible value, which does actually hold value at the moment and is stable. So effectively, I was buying gold bars around this price here. It's chopped around. I bought some more gold bars around this area here. I have, because I was happy to see what actually happens. And like I said, I'm happy to put money back in around this area at the bottom here, let it come back up and buy some more gold bars again. So I'm actually converting my cryptocurrency money into tangible assets, which we look at the moment, guys. Okay, so that's the reason why I think Bitcoin will go. You understand a bit more to why I think Bitcoin will do that, and if you look at the price structure and technical analysis, like I said, if we break below this blue line here on the daily chart, what does that look like? Well, I'm going to draw the blue line in 1250. And let's just change that to 1250. Let's make this clear to everyone why. If price closes at this blue line here, you've destroyed the $13,000 level, you destroyed the lows here, and you've destroyed the 50 EMA on the daily chart by quite a significant amount. And you've got a lower high in here. This is your lower high. So, yeah, I'm happy. 1250, if we go 12,500 goes down there, I'm happy to carry on selling. Okay, guys, any questions, give me a shout, and I'll speak to you soon.